Crash course on biology, ecology and evolution. Explore ecology and evolution, and the relationships between living organisms and their environment. Ecology and evolution are two important fields of biology that deal with the study of living organisms and their interactions with each other and their environment. In this crash course, we will dive into the fundamental principles of ecology and evolution. Ecology. Ecology is the study of the interactions between living organisms and their environment. This includes the study of populations, communities, and ecosystems, as well as the flow of energy and matter through these systems. One interesting example of ecology is the study of trophic cascades. Trophic cascades occur when a change in one trophic level, i.e., the level of an organism in a food chain, affects the levels below it. For example, the reintroduction of wolves to Yellowstone National Park led to a decrease in elk populations, which in turn allowed for the recovery of vegetation that had been overgrazed. Evolution. Evolution is the process by which species change over time through genetic variation and natural selection. This occurs as a result of differences in reproductive success, with organisms that are better adapted to their environment being more likely to survive and reproduce. One fascinating example of evolution is the story of the peppered moth. In the 19th century, the majority of peppered moths in England were light in color, which allowed them to blend in with the light-colored trees that dominated their environment. However, during the Industrial Revolution, pollution darkened the trees, making the light-colored moths more visible to predators. As a result, the darker-colored moths became more common, as they were better adapted to their environment. Top 12 Ecology's evolutions with interesting stories, examples. 1. Natural selection and adaptation, as seen in the example of the peppered moth. 2. Sexual selection, where individuals with certain traits are more likely to mate and pass on their genes. 3. Coevolution, where two or more species evolve in response to each other's adaptations. For example, flowers and their pollinators have evolved together in a mutually beneficial relationship. 4. Convergent evolution, where unrelated organisms evolve similar traits as a result of similar environmental pressures. For example, the wings of bats and birds have evolved to allow for flight, despite the fact that they are not closely related. 5. Divergent evolution, where a species splits into two or more distinct species over time. This can occur through geographic isolation, as seen in the Galapagos finches. 6. Speciation, where a new species evolves as a result of reproductive isolation. For example, two groups of fruit flies that were separated by a river evolved into two distinct species. 7. Extinction, where a species dies out completely. This can occur due to natural causes, such as changes in climate, or as a result of human activities, such as habitat destruction. 8. Island biogeography, where the size and distance of an island can affect the number and types of species that inhabit it. For example, larger islands tend to have more species than smaller islands. 9. Ecological succession, where a community of organisms changes over time in response to changes in the environment. For example, after a forest fire, the first organisms to colonize the area are typically fast-growing plants and lichens, followed by shrubs, and eventually trees. 10. Biomes, which are large-scale ecosystems characterized by their climate, vegetation, and wildlife. Examples include tropical rainforests, deserts, and tundra. 11. Biodiversity, which refers to the variety of life on Earth. Biodiversity is important because it provides us with food, medicine, and other resources, as well as ecological services such as pollination and nutrient cycling. 12. Climate change, which is currently one of the biggest threats to biodiversity. Rising temperatures and other changes in the Earth's climate are affecting ecosystems and the organisms that inhabit them, causing shifts in migration patterns, changes in the timing of seasonal events, and alterations in the availability of resources. Summarizing the above, ecology is the study of how living organisms interact with each other and their environment, while evolution is the process by which species change over time through genetic variation and natural selection. Some of the interesting examples of ecology and evolution include trophic cascades, the peppered moth, and island biogeography, among others. In conclusion, ecology and evolution are two important fields of biology that help us understand the relationships between living organisms and their environment, as well as how species change over time. From the smallest microbe to the largest ecosystem, these fields provide insights into the workings of the natural world and the importance of biodiversity in maintaining the health of our planet. And now, as requested, here's a poem about ecology and evolution. The web of life is vast and wide, with countless species side by side, from tiny microbes to towering trees. Each one unique and playing its part, you'll see. Adaptation and natural selection shape the course of evolution. From the peppered moth to the Galapagos finch, each one changes in response to its niche. Island biogeography and trophic cascades show how ecology is interwoven and displayed. Communities, populations, and ecosystems thrive when balance is maintained, and we help them survive. So let us cherish the beauty of life in all its forms, colors, and strife. For in protecting the diversity of our world, we ensure a future for all, young and old. Start planning your next global adventure with ease and convenience with our Booking.com referral link. https://www.booking.com/index.html $aid = 7989335 as a great choice to plan your next trip. You can find and book flights, hotels, cars, and local attractions all in one place, and their price match guarantee ensures you're getting the best deal. Thank you for kind support our AnHub Metaverse channel, and please watch more interesting videos here.